play.
With zero discomfort.
Nah, zero.
Hey, Leonard, what are your impressions of Charles Leonard? What's difficult when you go up against him?
He gives you a lot of different looks. He's not one of the guys that give you the same set every time. He switch it up every snap, basically. So you just got to get used to going with him, going against him. I was on the other side last year, so I've been pretty much trying to figure him out so far.
How is he different than Bobby Massey? What's your style-wise? How would you compare them, the way they operate?
Just Leno giving you different looks. Sometimes he'll jump set you. Sometimes he don't give you no hands. Sometimes he give you hands. With Bobby, he pretty much simple. He'll give you the same type of look, but it's aggressive though. So.
Leonard, the familiarity you guys have with each other, so many guys in the second, third, fourth year of Vic's defense is supposed to theoretically allow the defense to play faster. Can you see that already in practice, or do you just need games to really confirm that kind of effect?
I see that practice, but definitely need games to really confirm it. But other than that, everybody's been in their playbooks and everybody know what to do.
Leonard, for you, what is the difference of playing on the right side, just in terms of what you have to see, any type of responsibility there?
It's really not a difference. You just gotta continue to come out the ball the same way you do on the other side and just win the hand fight.
This year, we probably talked about this, you've had all off season without Purnell and without Willie. How's the personality of the camp or the defense feel without those guys who've been here since you've been here?
It feels different because I'm pretty sure every guy misses them, but we got to move on. We got to work with the guys who we got right now and just continue to get better.
Do you find yourself remembering things they told you?
I actually still talk to them. We all still communicate with each other. We just check in and see how we doing and stuff like that. So I ain't lost base with them.
Who are a couple guys so far that have really stood out to you, on the defense team?
I'll probably say Kylie. He came in really eager to play. He knows his playbook and all that stuff. I'll probably say him on the defense.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leonard.
Thank you, Leonard.
Nice work. Commissioner, just under a week before the first preseason game, how do you feel about where you guys are with installing this new offense?
Yeah, I feel good. We got a lot in. We're going through the installs day by day, and we got a lot of the bulk of the offense in, and we still are just diving in even deeper every day. So the offense is picking up quickly, and we're getting a lot of good stuff on film, and we're just learning from our mistakes and continue to develop, and we're coming along real nice.
One thing that your head coach, Nagy, has always said is like he's not worried about mistakes right now. How important is that for you and the freedom that you feel out there?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Just lets me go out and play, be myself, and not worry about mistakes. But we do go in the film room and correct them, and there is a big emphasis on not making the same mistake twice. So just go out there, play freely, and let your instincts take over. And then when we make mistakes, just go back and learn from it. And it just allows me to go out there and be myself and play freely.
Mitch,
How do you balance that with, you're allowed to make mistakes because it's early, but you're also frustrated when you don't hit?
Yeah, just moving on to the next play. And then we're always trying to take care of the football, so that's a big emphasis for this offense. 100% ball security, taking care of the football, and making good decisions. So, but we do like to, as Coach Nagy likes to say, test ourselves, see what throws we can make, test the defense, and challenge them every day like they're challenging us. So you just got to find that balance and move on to the next play when there is a mistake. So I've been doing that all day, and we continue to get better.
Mitchell, are you trying to develop individual chemistry with certain players at this point?
I'm trying to develop chemistry with all my teammates. I think that's a big emphasis for me, just being a leader and a leader of this offense, just making sure everybody's on the same page and develop a relationship with every single guy on this team. It's very, very important to me.
What has stood out to you so far about these wide receivers you're working with?
Yeah, they're hungry, they're students of the game, they run really good routes, and everybody wants to get better every day. And just going off building relationships with these guys, everybody wants to be on the same page. So we're moving in the right direction, we're building solid relationships, and we're getting that chemistry and timing down, which is where I think we need to be. And all of these guys, they want to be great at it, so it's great working with them.
Seems like they've really been a touchdown to Trey Burton today. You guys were talking behind the play afterwards, that throw down there. I'm curious, what are you mindful of when you're interacting with your teammates one-on-one like that?
Just seeing what he saw, making sure like the end result happened how we wanted it, but there's a bunch of variables that could go on that may have it end like that. So we're just making sure that he's seeing everything I'm seeing and vice versa, and just getting on the same page and talking about the play. So if something happened different next time, that we'll be able to adjust and make it happen again.
I'm kind of talking about like your mannerisms in interacting with guys, like the way you carry yourself in a conversation like that. Are there things you're being mindful of, just in terms of even how you communicate with your teammates like that?
Just being genuine, being real, being myself, and making sure my guys know I care. I mean, I'm just out there being myself, and I'm having serious conversations, just talking with my guys and making sure we're having fun, enjoying it the whole time. So I would say just being myself and making sure they know that everything I say and everything we do is for the greater good of this team, and I want them to have success. And I think that the relationship goes both ways. So everything I say to my teammates, it's for their well-being and my well-being as well.
What do you like best about this offense, you personally?
What do I like best about this offense? Still figuring it out. I mean, what's not liked about this offense, really? I love it. There's a lot of options, and we throw the ball around a lot, and we're going to have balance it with a great run game. But the thing I love most, I think, is just playing with these guys. The 5 linemen up front are working their tails off and mixing in, really. The group of 7 who's been mixing in, and all the guys up front been busting their ass for me. And it's been a lot of fun playing with those guys and the new receivers, and everybody's just working hard. And I think the scheme is a lot of fun, but playing with the guys is the best part.
Seems like he talks about liking throwing the ball deep. What are your thoughts on doing that?
One more time?
He likes throwing the ball deep.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, stretch the field. I think it's a great idea. All quarterbacks want to throw the ball deep, and it's just about finding those completions and creating explosive plays for the offense. So you got to know when you can take your shots and when you need to check it down. So we're just finding that balance, but it's been a lot of fun throwing the ball down the field.
You talk about having fun. It seems like there's a lot of personality on this team in terms, especially with the receivers. Taylor Gabriel with a little touchdown dance today. Tariq Cohen with a backflip. Is that important to have? And have you felt that personality out there as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's important on offense to have fun, and you need those players that bring that excitement, that swagger, that kind of give your offense an edge. And those types of players, they definitely do, and they excite the other guys, and they make us play harder as an offense. And I think it just raises the level of play all the way around. So it's great to have guys like that.
What's the process if you make a mistake in a practice? Who do you talk to first between Nagy and Helfrich and Chase and Tyler? How does that work with those guys trying to figure out what happened?
Well, usually in practice it's just talk about it real quick and move on to the next play, and then we'll go in depth in the film room, and really whoever comes up to me first, sometimes it's Chase or Tyler, just like, hey, we all saw what you saw, just move on to the next play, or Nagy or Helfrich or Rigon. And the great thing is I'm getting a lot of teaching out here. There's a lot of guys who are helping me, and we're really all in this together. So whatever happens, we're all on the same page, we're on the same team, we're realizing the mistake and then just moving forward with it. So I wouldn't say there's one set process, but I'm getting a lot of help out here, which it's been incredible.
Is it ever frustrating if you do make a throw pick in practice in front of all the fans? You know the play, you know what happened, they don't know. I mean, what's kind of the mentality when that goes wrong?
Yeah, I'm always mad when I throw an interception, but at the same time, I don't care what anybody thinks. I know what I got to do. I made a lot of great throws. I made some bad throws, and we're testing, and we're getting better every day. So as long as Coach Nagy's okay with it, and he sees my growth and development and just getting better every day, and my teammates know that my mind and my spirit's in the right spot, then we'll be just fine. And those mistakes are going to come as long as we're learning from them. And it's not a game, so it doesn't really matter what everybody thinks and what everybody sees. Hopefully they enjoy practice, but there's a lot going on that we just need to improve and get better at, and we're taking care of that.
Speaking of games, not sure how much you're going to play in that first preseason game, but how much are you looking forward to that game back in your home state?
Yeah, I'm excited. The Hall of Fame game is a great opportunity for this team, and it's a unique place to play. So just going back to the Hall of Fame and have some family come into the game. It would be great to see some family, and it's an exciting time for this team. So just really, we need a great week of preparation, head up into it, continue to take care of our bodies and get ready to go. And it'll be nice to go against someone else besides our defense for once.
How good has it been?
Mitch, when you look at your role as a leader, what does that mean to you? How would you define your role as a leader for this team?
I think it's undefinable. I'm just being myself and I'm just leading the way I know how. So there's no set rules or what you have to do in order to be a leader, but my job is just to be myself, go out there and make sure my teammates are doing their job, make their job easier, and make sure they know I care about them, and that we're everything we do is for the organization, for the Chicago Bears to win football games. So there's really no set rules, and you can't really define it in one way or another, but everyone knows what goes on in our locker room and how we handle things.
It seems like they've really been rotating a lot of the wide receivers in there for you, getting reps with everyone. How has that helped you so far?
Just building chemistry with all the receivers has been great. So the more reps we can get with all the guys, it's just going to create more opportunities for everyone and help our offense be more dynamic. So just trying to create chemistry with everybody.
What kind of value has Chase Daniels brought for you?
Tyler and Chase have brought tremendous value, just all their knowledge, not only in this offense, but their league experience, seeing all the defenses they've seen, the fronts, coverages, and just the little tips and reminders that they have out here all the time. So Chase has been very valuable for me, and he's helped me progress a lot quickly in this offense than I think I would have if he wasn't here. But I'm thankful that he's here, and all the coaches and Tyler and all the help that I've gotten, and everyone's on the same page and we're moving in the same direction towards the same goal.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks Mitch.
Thank you, Mitch.
What's up, Coach? Good? How are you?
All right, good, awesome. So another decent day. Our guys today, you could feel, you think we're kind of in the part of camp right now where they're starting to get to a point where it's starting to load them down a little bit in regards to the volume of stuff we're throwing at them, having pads on a couple days in a row, and they know that we had some live yesterday. But they're handling it really well, and so my message to them was, hey, let's make sure that we understand that we are in the start of camp, but yet kind of getting towards the middle of camp, and for us, everybody included, we want to have that mentality of being a tough team, and that's mentally tough too. So if you're ever feeling sorry for yourself, players and coaches got to fight through that. And that was kind of the message to the guys today: is we keep growing, and then we're going against each other. Before you know it, we'll be playing against a different team there on August 2nd with the Ravens. So we've been very fortunate with the weather. Somebody's been listening, and we had that rain there early on, but it's been great for us now. And we'll come back tomorrow with another padded practice. We'll have some live in there, which is going to be good for the guys. We challenged each other a little bit, so I think they'll be ready to go tomorrow. It'll be a fun day.
Did not see Fitz or Grasu. Any status update on them?
No, so Grasu did a calf. So we're working through that. We don't have a timeline on him yet. They're working through that, but his was a calf. And then Fitz, they're going to continue to. He had a little issue yesterday with his arm, and so we'll fight through that as well. There'll be a little bit here. We're going through the timeline right now of how long, but there'll be some time now.
Left or right arm?
Let me find out for you on that. I don't.
Is it another scheduled off day for Kyle?
Today was an off day for Kyle. Yeah.
Matt, we saw you at one point get Mitch in the offense back in the drill and the shovel pass down here. You had him still back through it again. I'm curious what you want to see from him executing that shovel to do it, on time and the right way.
Sure. So, we're throwing so much at these guys that it almost feels like they're in a tornado right now. There's so many things being thrown at them, and we could sit here and take 5 plays and practice for 3 weeks on 5 plays. But we have a lot more than 5 plays in this offense right now. So the time that you get in a group install period like that, we want to try to steal it on air and teach through the fundamentals of the play. And so we were just kind of going through some of the details of that particular play.
How do you, in terms of the pitch game with him, what is required to be accurate in the pitch game for a quarterback?
Are you talking about a shovel or?
Either one, because he had the one to Jordan that was also like on his back hip.
Yeah, well, we always preach pinpoint accuracy. You have to be accurate, and you get bigger guys, bigger running backs, tight ends, guys that have these bigger shoulder pads. If you throw anything behind them on the hip, now it slows them up, and now it's a catch tackle versus putting it right on them, right in front of them. They have a guy trailing them. Do they have a guy? Are they running free? We teach that pinpoint accuracy, and so he'll kind of get a feel for who these guys are, what their speed is coming across, for instance, on a shallow cross, and where to throw the football. So there were some inaccuracies today, but that's kind of natural, and he'll keep getting better at that.
So today was the most that they've had to kind of gulp down in terms of the offense?
Yeah, I think right now at nighttime when we're doing our installs, there's so many plays, so many formations, so many personnels. It's exactly like OTAs, where we threw everything at them. We wanted to see how they handle it. Right now, we're at a point right now where we got to see where everybody can handle this thing mentally on the offensive side of the ball. Can they run the right routes versus a certain technique? Are they getting one route confused with another? Are they seeing the defense and knowing what coverage they're in? So many things right now where we're at with our installs. Forget the days in practice. Where we're at nighttime with our installs and the volume we're giving them, it's that tornado right now, and we've been doing this for years and years, and there's a method to the madness.
Man, so much being thrown at Mitch. How do you measure his progress?
Well, he had 3 plays today that he made some checks at the line of scrimmage that I told him out there. We're building this puzzle right now, and each day we're trying to take one piece of the puzzle and put it up there, and then before you know it, at the end of this thing, you have that puzzle put together. And today was a day where there was 2 or 3 pieces that he put together on that puzzle, and specifically with a protection check, with routes that go with the protection check. He's seeing the field well. But he had some bad plays too. But that's what I'm trying to do as a coach, is let him know, hey man, we're in this together. You understand the bad you did, you understand the good you did, and then it's our job ultimately in the end, come game time, to make it all good.
How are you seeing him shake off those?
Really good. He's doing a great job. He's so competitive that he wants to be perfect on every single play. It's impossible. You can't be perfect on every single play. So that's my job, to make sure that he understands that you can't be perfect every single play, and let's try to be as good as we can, and then understand the whys. But I'm so happy with where he's at, and then to see Chase and Tyler and Rags and Mark all talking to him, and just we're in this thing together, and we all believe wholeheartedly in him. We know he's going to do well, but we're all going to be teachers so that he can be the student and understand.
Matt, at the beginning you were giving Mitch credit for play calling and his confidence in the line of scrimmage. What now have you seen on the football field that he's doing well?
He's adjusting to any negative type plays. So if there's an interception, if there's a screw up in the play call, in the huddle, he calls the wrong play, he regroups. There's some things he's doing off the field right now as far as leadership's concerned with the teammates in the meeting rooms. That is just really neat to see. And so it's for him just being him and trying to be a leader but not force it. It's him coming out here trying to be a great quarterback, but don't force it and make bad mistakes. And then if you make mistakes, correct them. Don't make them again. And he's doing really well with all that.
When you guys were in the 10-yard drill, it looked like you found Allen a couple times. What do you like about Allen Robinson, just kind of when you get close to the goal line, especially?
He's a red zone threat. He's a guy that understands zones. So if you're a defense that's going to play zone, he has a good feel for that. But he also can create a matchup man on man. If they're going to play man coverage, he's a bigger type guy with great hands. And so we're trying to steal as many reps as we can right now with both the zone coverages and man coverages and test it out. And again, see where we're at. But they're doing good. And they're Mitch and Allen are communicating. They're talking through the adjustments of routes. So yeah, we need that.
Man, what is Fangio's level of concern with Roquan's absence?
We haven't talked too much about that. We've just been really plugging away with what we have here right now.
The offensive line seemed to progress really well and protect today. What's being reiterated with that, and how are you guys gauging their progression?
Well, for these guys, protection-wise, if you can't protect the quarterback, it doesn't matter how good your skill guys are, how good your quarterback is, you can forget it. You can't throw the ball. So protection, you have to have it. We had some false starts today, which was a little bit sloppy. Coach Harry was emphasizing to these guys to the next play mentality. So we're going to harp on that. We want to be able to do some things. Every team does. Use your cadence and be special there so that defenses don't time things up. But we were a little sloppy in that area, but protection-wise, I did think we got a little bit better. I'll be anxious to see it on tape.
Matt, you've talked about the defense aiming to be near the top of the league in takeaways. What have you seen so far that gives you a sense that that's realistic from this group?
So where they're at right now is you're seeing some interceptions, right? They're getting some picks. They're being preached that every day in the meeting rooms with our coaches, and they understand that. That's one of the things when we started building this culture and we started talking to them about what we wanted as an identity. Physicality and takeaways was two of the biggest ones we talked about on defense. So we're going to do everything possible to make that happen. And as everybody here that's standing here knows, when you get a turnover, it changes a lot of times the momentum of a game.
What gives you the greatest confidence in the defense right now at this stage?
Well, ask me that here after some preseason games. Yeah, because right now we've only had, 12 plays of live. So once we start going live, I'll be able to answer that better.
Matt, when you guys are kind of formationally throwing so much against the wall, it seems like you have tons of different stuff. Everyone's lined up everywhere. Are you adding to that stuff in your mind as you learn these guys' skill sets, or is that kind of stuff set right now?
Both. So it's set, but then when we're out here, there might be some things that Mark and I see out on the field that we want to test. And that's where the creativity comes in. And so sometimes there might be some things that happen where the coaches have no idea, the offensive coaches, what we're even doing. And we might just want to test it out and see it and then take it to the film room and see if we like it. But most of the stuff right now is programmed. It's set in the structure of the installs for the rest of camp. And then we have the preseason here. We'll pull back and let the guys be able to play. And that's not about game planning. That's about just seeing what talent you have to create that 53.
That dialogue with you and Mark, is that something you guys have a specific set time away that you talk about, or is that kind of an ongoing?
It's ongoing. Yeah, there's no specific set deal. We're out here in practice talking through it. Mark and I are learning each other right now, which is pretty cool. We're learning how I get to see his strengths, his weaknesses. He sees my strengths and weaknesses, and we talk through it. And then when we get behind the doors and we finally shut that door for that first week of the season, that's ultimately when we take everything we're doing here in the last few weeks and we put it together for those game plans each week.
Matt, what do you learn about? Kind of a laboratory situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Matt, what do you learn about Mark?
About Mark?
Yeah, what's coming to the surface for you?
Just the open dialogue of there's ideas that he has that I'm not familiar with that I like. there's ideas that I have that he's not familiar with. So we just kind of talk through it. Some of the stuff we might put together and just see, hey man, maybe we just sprinkle these two things together and see how this works and try it out. So let's take it to practice and test it, right? So if we do that and we like it, it stays in the book. If we don't like it, we just take the eraser and just wipe right off the board.
Matt, no news is really no news on Roquan.
Yeah, no news. No news.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Yep.